Across the country, states are enacting statewide police reform, like in California, Connecticut, Florida, New York, and Washington, where lawmakers and governors have passed bans on the use of chokeholds by law enforcement officers. Here in Colorado, new statewide police accountability legislation is expected to be signed into law by Governor Jared Polis.
Chokehold, when the bill is signed by the governor, chokehold will be banned, fleeing felon will be banned. The shift of how we think about law enforcement, that will happen immediately.
Lawmakers in cities far and wide are moving quickly, and that's exactly what Representative Leslie Herod says has to happen.
We've got to hold elected officials accountable as well. If they're not stepping up and fighting for the community that they represent, they shouldn't hold the office.
Minneapolis City Council says it will dismantle and reinvent the city's police department. Seattle City Council passed a ban on police use of tear gas, pepper spray, and other crowd control weapons.
One thing that I see as consistent that's also in Colorado is that database of bad officers so that we can track where they are. And in Colorado, we're decertifying them so they won't be able to work in Colorado again. I think that's very important.
Across the country, reporting is voluntary on everything from officers unholstering their weapons to an officer's history of excessive force.
We're not done. This is just one step in the right direction, but we've just gotten started.
Representative Herod says change needs to happen in more than just police departments.
We have to change things in criminal justice. Juvenile justice is an area to work on. Private prisons is an area to work on. Ensuring that offenders transition back into society in a way that is successful.
For 9 News, I'm Lori Lizarraga.
Most law enforcement agencies are able to set their own rules if there is not a statewide legislation in place. That's why many believe standards for departments should be the same across the country. As we reported earlier in this newscast, President Trump signed an executive order on policing amid pressure from the public. It would leverage federal grant money to encourage police departments to meet a set of standards that include a ban on chokeholds, except when an officer's life is at risk, and involve mental health professionals when responding to nonviolent cases like addiction and homelessness.